Welcome to section 3, and in this section we're going to talk about brushes. So let's jump over to Photoshop. And the first thing I want you to do is click on Create New. We're going to jump into the Photo preset. I'm going to jump to the Landscape 4x6. I'm going to hit Create. Okay. I'm going to close this tab group. And I'm going to hit Z and zoom out just a little bit. And unlock the background layer. I'm going to use the paint bucket with the letter G and fill that to black. Alright, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to hit File, Save As, and I'm going to save this as 01 General Brushes. Okay, this is going to be a lot of fun. So what I want you to do is hit Control-Shift-N. And we're not going to name the layer right now, but we're going to go to the paintbrush, or the brush tool. And I'm going to go to this little tab right here. We're going to go to the general brushes. So close all these, collapse all these options here, and we're going to select the soft round brush, and we're going to label this soft. What did I say it was? Soft round brush, okay. So we're going to label that soft round brush. Okay, so let's do this. Ooh, it doesn't work. Cool. And I know why that is. I don't know if you can tell, but if you can look right here, the brush is black. So it's not going to show up on, black is not going to show up on black, I'm just saying, okay? So if I do this, okay, now you can see the soft round brush, okay? So let's turn off that layer. We're going to go here and let's do hard round next. So I'm going to open up a new layer and we're going to do hard round brush. Okay, now with this one, let's double click on that and we'll just go like this. And so you can see this is more like a graphic style brush. The other one looks like more like a spray can almost, like you could spray it like a real spray paint can would look. It gives it more of that effect. The hard round brush is more of a definitive look, okay? Now the next one we're going to look at, let's go to the not the history brush tool. Let's go to the brush tool again. And now we're going to select the soft round pressure. So let's do that one. Soft round pressure brush. Okay, label that, and then let's use it. And there you go. So again, this is more of a real looking brush. If you were actually to take a brush and paint it somewhere, it would look more like this than, let's say, the hard round brush. Okay, so I'll hit Control S to save that. Then we're going to do the hard round pressure size. Okay, so let's make another layer. Hard round pressure size. Okay, I'm going to go in here and we're going to select that one. And again, it's just a different effect, but the idea behind it is to see how they all interact. And the other nice thing about saving them all as layers is you can come back and look at them and say, oh, well, I kind of like the soft round brush, or I like the hard round brush, or I like hard round pressure size brush, which we're going to add brush to that. You want to keep it as simple as possible and make sure you know that it's a brush. Because if you don't, then you may not look at it. So the next one is going to be the soft round pressure opacity. So let's do soft round pressure opacity. And we'll give it a brush at the end, just so we know. Okay, very cool. Okay, so let's hide that one. Control S to save, and then we're going to go up here and we're going to do hard round pressure opacity. Double click on that, and then we're going to make a new layer, so we'll call this hard round pressure opacity brush. Okay, draw it in here. There you go. Save it. Hide the layer. Next one is soft round pressure opacity and flow. So we're going to double click and save this with Control C to copy it. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to add and opacity and flow brush. Okay, so we know what it is, and then let's make sure we actually have it selected. Okay, we do, good. Double click on it just to make sure we have it. And then you can see, there you go. So again, it changes the style, but that way you know what it is. So there's no surprises with it. Okay? Next, we have the hard round pressure opacity and flow. So what we're going to do is I'm going to double click this, right click and hit copy. We're going to make a new layer, and instead of soft, it's going to be hard. Okay, and I'm going to hide that one, and then we're going to paint with this one. And if you go in here and you double click, okay, something else. All right, so there you go. So you have the hard round pressure opacity and flow brush. Okay, now if I hit File, Save, now we can go through each one and we can see what they look like, and we can decide which one we want to use, right? Now, the other thing too is you can select it here too. Okay? Now they have this as well, but these are more different, like different styles. So like this one, we make a new layer and we just kind of do that. You know, this one, different look. That one's really cool. I like that. I mean, that's a great thing about brushes. So let me delete this one. So I'm going to delete the layer. But the real cool thing about the brushes is they have so many different options to choose from. So you can see here that this is, you can select the brush tip shape on each one. So you can see there's like a thinner size, you can do a thicker size, and then you can see the differences in size. And this is more of like a spray type, where you kind of make a mess, right? Say like that. That'd be more of a messy kind of paint. But again, it's really cool because they give you a lot of different options to fiddle with. So there you go. You can go in here and you can set the brush tip shape with any of these styles. So I'm going to delete this layer. We're going to hit File, Save, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.